You're watching a Love Jack video, where I show you how to create, share, and connect through art. This is Make Art to Mail. With just a few supplies and some time to sit and connect, I will show you how to create a handmade card that is sure to make someone smile. We believe art has the power to make you happy. So let's make some today and mail some happiness to a friend. This month's creative challenge is words. So today's card focuses on one word that reminds you of your friend. You will need some cardstock, or a piece of paper will do, 3 different colored writing utensils. We're using felt markers, a black Sharpie, a scissor, an extra piece of paper, glue, and an envelope. First and foremost, we're gonna start with who you're sending the card to. Do you wanna send a card to your friend whose birthday's coming up? Or maybe you're getting a head start on Valentine's Day. Or maybe you're just sending a card to send a card. Either way, this specific card we're gonna make today has to start with who you're sending the card to. All right, know your person? Now, what's the one word that pops in your head when you think of them? This could be a noun, an adjective, an intention, a feeling, or even an inside joke. What's that one word that represents your friend? If you were to pay them a compliment today, what would it be? Once you have your person and the word, the card is easy. Simply write the word over and over and over again, alternating colors. Here's my tip to make sure you are going in the right order. So I'll start with red, and then I'm trying to put the one I last used there, and then pick up the one that's next. And then that way I will stay in the same color order. Really doesn't matter if you do or don't. I was trying to, so that was my tip to make sure I stay in the right order. Basically, you just discard at this end and pick up from this end, and then you will keep going in the right order the whole time. And you could also notice, if you look, it's almost like a stripe of that color. The other thing I find pretty funny is after you write a word so many times, it kind of stops looking like that word. L-O-V-E, love. Now it looks kind of different to me. Now, you will start to hear me say this often, but I strongly believe in embracing your own handwriting. To this day, if I see my mom's or my dad's or even my husband's handwriting on the front of a note, it touches my soul. I'm not even exaggerating. There's something about your own handwriting that is gonna mean so much to your loved ones. Even now, as my 6-year-old daughter is developing her own handwriting, I can still recognize it immediately as soon as I see it on the bulletin board in her classroom. And it just makes me so happy. There's something about your own handwriting. So if you're one of those people that doesn't like their own handwriting and doesn't think it's special, please give it a try, for me. Or better yet, do it for the person you're sending the card to. It's gonna mean so much to them. Another thing I like about this card is that as I'm writing the word, I'm thinking about my friend. It's just kind of fun to daydream about your friend and what their life's like and what could come in 2018. And once you get into a rhythm of this, you don't really have to think about the pens anymore. You could just think about your friend. Once the background is filled, write the same word on a separate piece of paper with a black Sharpie. If you want to make it bold, you can write it in all caps this time. Now, fussy cut it out and glue it to the top of the card. I like using a glue stick because I feel like it's less messy, but you could really use any type of glue you want. It would also be fun if you did this in cursive so that all your letters were touching. When I cut it out, I'm just gonna make sure that they stay together. So if they were actually touching, there'd be no white between them. But since I did it in just capital regular letters, you'll just have a little bit white between it, which is not a big deal. And even if you accidentally cut it apart, you're gluing it on the card anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I really like these scissors. They're called Cutter Bee scissors, and you can get them in the scrapbooking aisle. They're just super sharp. If you have kids, be careful because they're small, so they'll think that they're theirs and want to use them all the time, but really they're the sharpest scissors ever, so you should try to keep them away from them. Fun, and the best part about this is that's my handwriting. I wonder if she'll know when she gets it. Now, let's take this one step further. I always like to decorate the envelopes that I send. Even if it's just putting some washi tape on there or throwing a sticker on there. When your friend opens their mailbox, you want them to know it's not a bill and get super excited. For this video, since our creative challenge is words, I'm going to fill up the front of the card with as many descriptive words about my friend that I can possibly think of. I did this one time before for my friend Lindsay. I will link that video below. It turned out so good. For now, to keep it consistent with the card inside, I'm going to use the same 3 markers and the Sharpie. To leave myself space to write my friend's name, my name, and the stamp, I'm going to simply draw 4 lines across with a Sharpie. Now I have 2 strips to fill in with words. Keep going around the back. You want to decorate that as well. There you go. Now I'll put a stamp on there and address it. I like to make sure I have ample time to write my card. That usually for me is about 20 minutes. So I'm going to put this on my to-do list to do first thing tomorrow morning before the kids wake up. It's seriously one of the best ways to start your day. I hope you like this card and will gather the supplies and make it for your friend today. This video is dedicated to my friend Lindsay that I mentioned before. She just had her 3rd baby and is a super mom. Big shout out to all the moms out there doing everything and making it look easy, because I know it's not. Love you, Linz.